Testing.
Is it
testing.
me?
We're
Is it
live.
me?
We're
Is it me?
live. Here, y'all.
Here, y'all.
Guys,
Guys,
they are
they
cracking.
are cracking.
Everybody,
Everybody,
let's see.
let's
Okay,
see.
so what
Okay,
we'll
what
do,
we'll do.
let me see. Oh, it's Yatoka's. Yatoka's, it's yours that's echoing. So what you do, turn your
Turn
volume
your volume
or unmute
or
your
unmute your.
mic, and then when you're about to talk, unmute your mic. Okay. All right, so listen, guys, super excited. I got some of my favorite ladies on here with me. They are cracking me up because I randomly messaged them and told them to get on here, and everybody told me why they can't be on the line. Lisa. So look, we're not gonna make it long, right? It's Saturday. Obviously, people have things to do. We're obviously building our business. And let me make sure I'm live on my Facebook page because sometimes I'll do a whole training and find out that I'm not, and I am. And we look good. We look good. And so what's pretty exciting about this is we all come from a previous company together, right? We came from a previous company together, but I think what's cooler about it is we all love each other, right? And so these are some of my favorite ladies. Actually, I probably only got about 3 or 4 more favorite people, but I try not to say that on the screen. And so I've had the privilege of working with all of them, and they are phenomenal at what they do. And the reason why I wanted to put them on the screen is because a lot of times, guys, and we're going to have a discussion because people may have questions. If you have questions, you can leave it in the comments. A lot of times when we have these digital marketing stuff, and people are used to network marketing that you have to do the hotel meetings, that you have to do all those different things. And so because people are used to that type of strategy, when I'm saying like the $40 6-figure system and things like that, people don't believe that it can happen for them. And so if you guys can just real quick, like less than a minute, just tell, it don't have to be less than a minute. We can discuss and piggyback. Why, Rosin, I'll start with you and we'll go from you to Yatoka, Sasha, Kim, and then Lisa. How have you been able to manage coming onto the internet and really creating a lifestyle that has set you up to retire from 9 to 5s and really be an internet marketer?
Well, hey, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to join you on this platform, Stanisha. I'll say this. At first, I didn't know how to do anything. I found myself.
That's the truth, Rosin.
I found myself having to surrender to somebody else telling me what to do. Most people don't want to do that.
Right.
And you knew what to do. You told me what to do, and that's
Right.
what I did.
Do you remember? I remember when it was about in the beginning of 2020. This is actually funny to me now because now you really know what you're doing. And you were about to start crying when I called you.
Do you know how many times I cried? Y'all, I cried on every Zoom. I was in Sasha's inbox, like, please help me. You remember
She
that?
didn't know.
Y'all, you didn't even know. I was begging for help. She was like, I was like, I'm 3 weeks behind. Please help me today. I think I paid her a little extra, maybe $20 to put me to the front to do what needed to be done.
Right. So I call her and she's about to start crying because she feels like it's too overwhelming, this whole social media thing. And I said, Rosin, are you about to cry if you ever work with me before? She was like, I'm like, oh my God. And it reminded me how my mom would act sometimes when she'll be like, so Stanisha, show me how to do this. And I'll be like, just do that and do that. And she'll be like, I'm trying. I don't know how. And so
that word trying doesn't mean you're really trying, though. Trying means what you're trying to do is understand what you don't need to understand. It's either
right.
either you're going to take 2 steps forward or not.
Yeah.
You don't have to understand why you're going forward. Go ahead.
So you finally got a grip on this digital marketing thing. And can you tell us your age, and can you let us know, is it possible for anybody to create a 6-figure income on the internet?
I'm 51 years old. You can create a 6-figure income on social media. You can retire your husband at the age of 48 with social media type money, with running a business off of social media. You can buy a new car with using the social media
She bought a
platform.
Mercedes, you guys. Yeah. We are happy for you.
You can fly to Africa first class using
Social
social
media.
media.
Period.
Guys, you can change your whole lifestyle. You can go to Las Vegas and stay for a whole week. You can stay from Monday to Friday because you want to with
Yes.
your husband because he ain't got to come back home and hit that clock.
I know
Okay.
that's right. Powerful.
Yes.
And Yatoka, what about you? Like getting started, and I know most of you guys started in network marketing the traditional way, the hotel meetings, phone calls, and all that kind of stuff. How was it for you getting involved with the digital marketing lifestyle, and how did you adapt to really making your six figures on the internet with these type of opportunities?
Well, thank you so much, Stanisha Graham, for having me on your platform on today. But as you can see, guys, if you look behind me, you see my dining room, and over here, if I turn my camera, there's the kitchen. I don't have an office. I made me an office in the corner of a room, right? So most women or most people try to have that special place that they work out of. I created an office. It was gonna be in my closet if I had to do it, right? So I work full time for corporate America. So how in the world did I make six figures? One day at a time. We all have 24 hours in a day. I work 8 hours for somebody else, okay, making them rich, right? So the rest of the hours I spend on my own personal business, right? So I had to figure out, Toka, how are you going to be successful? Well, it all starts with a notebook. I got my notebook over here, and I hold my own self accountable. And I said, okay, how in the world am I going to do this whole online? I will call it a street hustler with the good drugs. Okay. So I was out there in the barbershops, at the salons, out talking to people. Okay, Sadisha wants to do all of this online. I don't even know how to order from Amazon. How am I going to do a copy and paste? How am I going to get online? I was nervous about that. Like, what are people going to say to me? What are people going to say about me? Because I'm now not posting so much about other people or sharing things on my page, but I'm posting about my products. I'm posting about what I'm doing. What are people? I don't care what people say anymore.
Period.
Right? So now my personal page, it's my page. It's also my business page, right? So I started off there saying, okay, I want this for my family. I want to be able to buy my son braces. As a matter of fact, he had to get braces put on again because he did not wear his retainer. So I had to spend another $1,700 out of pocket, right, to pay for braces. Right, things like tutoring. I pay for tutoring. Tutoring is very expensive. Tutoring can cost you anywhere from $20 to $30 for an hour. It can cost you, but I need my kids need that extra help. I don't want them to struggle in school. So, but I also don't want to take my household money and pay for things like that. What if I needed to fly to Sadisha Graham's house? I can fly and I have the money to fly because of my business. What if I have an unexpected expense? Let's talk about that. I had to get a new air conditioner put in my home. The man said, okay, well, you need to cash at me. Oh, do you have the cash today? Oh, yeah, baby, I do. I got the cash. I need you to install that air conditioner today. He was shocked that I had the cash. I had to put new tires on all of my vehicles. Are you prepared for that emergency? I've had several emergencies. I went through a whole month of getting cars fixed. Did not have to take it out of my personal bank account. How did I do that? Because of the extra income that I'm making from the comfort of my home. Let me just say that. My kids are upstairs. Do I have to go to any home meetings or any parties outside of here? No, I'm working my business right here, right now. And if you have a phone, and most of you guys do, you're already scrolling on TikTok, social media anyway. And if you look at it, I always tell my children this. You watching somebody else make money. Every time you click on that TikTok, every time you click on that YouTube, they're getting paid. So I started to say, okay, well, I need to get paid too. So that's when I went and I created TikTok videos, Facebook reels, hair all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Doing what I need to do to be successful in my business. So guys, listen, I have women up to 70 years old on my team that have no clue of how to work the internet. So all you have to do is just make a decision that you want to change your life, that you want to make the extra income. And we have the tools. We have the 3-step system from Sadisha Graham that helps us. And I'm telling you, I was not great at a computer at first. I was nervous when I first met her back in 2015, when she talked about we're going to copy paste and get paid. I'm like, we're going to do what? So, but I had a will to, I wanted to learn how to do it. And that's how I made my 6 figures in 10 months. And I'm on to my next set of 6 figures right now because I had a desire, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to the next. Thank you so much.
Yes. And I didn't properly introduce them. Rosalind knocked out 10K in the first 22 days in My Daily Choice. Yatoka was so close to the 10K, got the 5K. She'll knock out 10K this month with My Daily Choice. And then we've got Sasha. And so me and Sasha are closer to the same age, right? Straight killing it, came in using the internet, knocked out that 25K rank girl. Congratulations. She just launched her Nigeria. And what's funny, if you see like Rosalind and Yatoka and Kim clapping, right? Sometimes they treat us like we business people, and sometimes they act like we kids. Like, you know what I'm saying, Sasha? But it's okay. So that's what's cool about our organization, right? We've got different multiple roles, but we all love each other. Sasha, congratulations on that 25K. What we're really talking about is network marketing is an industry people are afraid of because they've been disappointed so many times. You sign up in hundreds of different network marketing opportunities only to get the same exact results. I called you maybe 2 weeks into the launch of My Daily Choice, and I asked you, how did you feel? Because you were really living up to that title of a 6-figure earner in this industry. What happened for the people that's watching it from starting into this industry to where you are now, launching one of the strongest teams in the opportunity? What happened? How did you grow from that?
You talking to me, right? Oh, okay. Because Yatoka had just finished. So for me, when I came in the industry, when I first started, I was working 3 jobs and I was in school with my kids. But I was like Yatoka said, street hustler. I remember Yatoka came to see me one day in the hair store, and people was coming in and out of that hair store. I couldn't even hardly talk to Yatoka, just steady buying products. But I was that girl. If I wasn't at work on somebody's clock, I was going to get in somebody's living room, kitchen with a book bag. Because I was like, when I came in, they were like, do the home parties, do the opportunity calls. And I remember doing the home parties to come talk about, making money. And it'd be 2 people in the room. I was like, man, forget that. Plus,
let me say this. One time they flew me out. Oh God, when I think about this, I get mad. When I tell you I gave the best presentation I ever gave in my life, y'all. And at the end of the presentation, I said, now, how many guests are in the room? Do you know nobody raised their hand? Oh. And I said to all the people in the room, y'all let me sit here and sell my heart out. And all of y'all already in here. That's when I knew the meetings and hotel things, I get it, but it ain't my thing. Because you're not going to fly me from Vegas all the way to the East Coast to talk to y'all like how we doing it now. Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That makes me furious when I think about it. Go ahead.
That is so funny. Yes, I drove 13 hours because I was that girl. I'm like, I'm going to do what it takes. Yes. I remember driving 13 hours from North Carolina to Pennsylvania to do a home party. And it was like 2 people in the room and nobody bought nothing. I was like, man, listen, I can go around the streets with this book bag and make $1,000 a day. Here's what I knew. I knew that my story, my weight loss testimonial sold. I knew that people were buying the product. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what? Forget all that crap. I ain't getting on no telephone. I'm not getting on no calls. I'm not doing no home parties. I'm going to just pump this product. And then I went to an event. They always say your environment is everything and that you're no bigger than your level of exposure. I went to an event and I saw this fine chocolate girl on stage in a dress and sneakers. And she was talking about God. And I was like, who is that girl? I got to get to know her. So I was already intrigued. Then I kept seeing her say laptop lifestyle, laptop lifestyle. And she traveling and she in Egypt and she in all the places of the Bible. And I'm like, wait a minute now, man. I'm working way too hard. Me and my baby, 6 years old, we out here slinging products in the street. Cause I'm like, forget that. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to make me some money though.
Period.
And so I saw you all over the internet, and I saw you made it look so effortless. And so I was like, let me see what she's talking about. The 3 years that I was in network marketing before I met you, I added it up. I made about $4,000. When you add that up, that's what, 500-600 a year. Right. And then I joined you in one of your movements, copy paste paid. And I was like, copy paste paid. Okay. So we locked in. 3 months in, I had made $10,000. And I was like, okay. Number one, she teaching me to get deeper in the spirit. She talked about God, and she teaching me how to copy paste and get paid. This is too easy. And I look up 2020, 2021. I made over $300,000 during the middle of a pandemic.
Wow.
Moreover than that, I was able to help 10 women to generate 6 figures. I remember one of my friends, she has a lot of kids, and she said, I remember her coming to my house at 2 a.m. saying, Sasha, I didn't know how I would pay my light bill, but because of the money that I made online, I was able to pay my light bill. And so now I didn't have to drag my kids around the city slinging products. I could do it straight from the comforts of my own home. So powerful. I'm ever thankful to you.
Powerful. I'm thankful for you too. I always say it's the law of cause and reaction, right? Reaction and the cause. So we've all helped each other get to where we are. And I think that that's what's so powerful about us. No one's greater or bigger than the other. We all give input and help and support. You've helped me in different areas. Rosin's helped me in different areas. Yatoka's helped me. Kim, Lisa, all of us have played a part. You know, it's the law of the mastermind. It's in the Think and Grow Rich book, right? Where no one's great by themselves, right? And so I'm grateful, obviously, for you as well, and Roslyn and Yatoka. I appreciate you guys more than you know. And so, Kim, you obviously are straight killing it, came in the game, knocked out 10K. I'm going to tell a little bit of your business. She also called me crying, but that was in August. And I asked her the same question because when you come in this industry, I feel like sometimes you get left with so much frustration. And back to what Sasha said, driving the 13 hours with 2 people, I think you have to go through that, right? I remember flying to the Philippines and doing a meeting. I could give you some stories, and I'm sweating by the time I finished the presentation. I say, who want to sign up? It was about 60 people lined up. You know what the problem was? Nobody had credit cards. So I'm like, so I go back to the hotel thinking, okay, maybe I just flew literally halfway around the world, but it's all that seed in the ground that makes a difference. Kim, knocked out 10K. I called you and I asked you, I said, how does it feel? Like, that's powerful. Like, we weren't buying any ranks, we were building it. How did you feel knocking that out? And tell the people who wonder, like, here we go with this other network marketing thing again, how we eventually get to the leadership levels in this industry.
Wow. Thank you, Sanicia, my grasshopper, for allowing me on this platform. It's been a raising ride. I can say, just speaking on August, I talked to Sanicia, and I'm very transparent, but I don't put a lot of my personal life that's going on. And at that time in August was kind of very hard. I had lost my dear and near nephew who was murdered. I had lost a very close friend who had died just suddenly from a heart attack. And then I was attempted to be carjacked with a gun. So it was a lot going on. But in the midst of that, my spirit, I'm all about my spirit. When I listen to my spirit, it told me just to put my head down and keep moving. And because I didn't get distracted, because I knew that's all it was. The enemy was trying to distract me for a goal that it was something for me to be doing. And all that was coming into my life to allow distraction. But I just stayed focused, and it kept me in a therapeutic way to stay focused and not pay attention to everything. That I looked up, and Denise said, "Oh, you hit 1K in less than 5 days." I'm like, "I did? Okay." She said, "But you're going for 5." I'm like, you don't ever want to say, doubt yourself and go, I go, okay. And I kept working, but I looked around. She's like, "You hit 5K. I'm like, "Oh, I did? Okay. Well, you're going 10K. I'm like, "Yeah, she's crazy, but okay." I kept working, but the job wasn't difficult. It really wasn't difficult. It just and like when we did the last big thing we did, where it blew up like crazy, it became a phenomenon. And it's funny because I speak in everything is about spiritual for me, spiritual connection. And it's funny you call with this Zoom, and I woke up late because I was up all night doing groups prospecting. And I had a dream, but I know my difference between my visions and dream. And it clearly said that someone, I'm not going to say this person was very famous, had a microphone, and everybody came to hear this person speak and sing. But instead, this person started prophesizing. And she says, oh, Sasha was in there and Catherine was in there. She goes, oh, I know you ladies. These are the people who were the phenomenon of the trying to shrink. And this is somebody famous, but in the spirit would have let me know that we don't understand the people are watching.
Yes, they are.
The people are watching you. And so it's so important. But I just went to work and just spreaded the word. It was just all about sharing. Look, regardless of where we've been, no matter how many times we move, look, take a look at this. This is something that's unbelievable we've never seen before. And people just grabbed onto it and ran with us. And just like you say, in less than a month, in 23 days, I hit 10K. And I was just like, wow, oh my God. Ain't nothing but the grace of God for me. Ain't nothing but the grace. Don't ask me how I did it. It was nothing but the God I serve.
Yes.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing.
And you said something, and that's the thing that I want people to pay attention to in the next season of their life as they go to those next levels. And I was talking about this on the training where we talk about what the point of a distraction is. So those life situations and things like that, it's obviously heartbreaking and very, very sad. But the strength of the leader, that you just said something that I don't want to hear nobody else's excuses this year. Nephew passed away. Best friend dies of a heart attack. This is all in August, okay? Nephew passed away. Best friend dies of a heart attack. And I remember when you told me somebody just tried to hijack her guys with her car on the way to pick up her daughter with a gun. Most people, and Kim, it's crazy. Most people would have been, I'm sorry, I had a rough month. Something happened, but I'm going to get back in September. And I'm not judging for someone to have that type of emotional intelligence, but the fact that you stood your ground, if I was someone, I would follow somebody like that to say, I'm not going to make no excuses. I'm going to keep showing up for you guys. I'm going to keep doing what I have to do. I'm not going to even let you know. I remember we were in Buffalo, New York, and I told you guys, when you step in a leadership position, sometimes you hide from people what's really going on behind the scenes. And that's why it's so important to be with someone strong that can say, look, I knocked out 10K, got car hijacked, my nephew passed away. I remember when you told me your nephew passed away and your best friend instantly dying of a heart attack and still showing up on the scene. That is so powerful. And that is how you know, when I tell people what is leadership, leadership isn't just a rank. It's your stability. It's your consistency. It's your ability to be able to identify distractions and say, but I'm going to still keep going though. And that's so powerful because most people would have definitely, so we don't want to hear nobody's excuses. We don't want to hear no one's excuses because I'm sure you don't even want that storyline over the next 4 months in 2022. Kim, congratulations to you. I know you got some strong people running behind you and what you're about to do next. You haven't even seen what you're about to do next. And you know what happens in this industry as you begin to grow as a leader? Because what I'm really going to focus on this week coming up is I know how people feel when they join network marketing. It's always a disappointment. You never become the leader. You're never the person making the money. And so what we need to do is hear behind the scenes of these stories of people who have figured out that network marketing isn't about the company or the comp plan. Network marketing is about your mentality. It's a sermon Bishop Jakes preached one time, and it said, can you even stand to be blessed? Like, can you afford the price to be blessed on that level? And what we're really talking about is keeping your eyes stayed on the prize no matter what comes your way. So Kim, congratulations. Now, Lisa, we're happy to have our vanilla girl back on the 2016. All right. Lisa has always been one of my favorite people from a company before we were rocking together. Her and her family are like family to me. I absolutely love them. And so I was excited when I found out that we were going to be able to work together. And you've actually got a crazy testimony right now, too. It's kind of funny how you're even on this camera. But Lisa Gas knocked out the 1K in 48 hours. Okay. She knocked out 1K in 48 hours. Let's give it up for her for that. All right. And she was calling me like, okay, if you don't know Lisa, she fixed her glasses when she's talking. She's like, okay, what am I doing? I'm like, Lisa, you hit 1K already. So you also started in network marketing and had to figure it out as you go. And I do feel that network marketing leaves people disappointed a lot of the times because they don't get the results they need. Kim, what are you spraying? Okay. They don't get the results that they need. All right. What happened with you in your network marketing career? How you tapped into the 6 figures? Not only that, but you helped so many people duplicate you out. What's the secret behind it?
Well, first of all, I want to thank. Okay, so I am 54 years old. I'm a mammal. Oh, first of all, let me tell you, I'm on here. She messages me. I've got COVID, y'all. And so I'm working from my bed. I'm quarantined from my husband because I'm his caregiver and he cannot get this. But thank God I can work from my phone. And I have been selling sprays.
Yes.
And spraying my Ultra CZ, by the way, with this COVID. But anyways, I think a lot of times when people are asked to join a business, it's a 3-letter word that you just need to say. And that is yes. You need to just say yes and go with it and trust the process. Listen, when I said yes, I had no clue what I was doing. I still sometimes don't know what I'm doing. But seriously, you said we can make excuses, but if you would just, the power of yes is amazing. I didn't know what I was doing, and I'm headed towards my 3rd 6 figure. And I knew nothing about MLM.
Right.
But you know what I did? I copied the right cat.
Come on.
And I had Stanisha in my life. We go back, to 2015, Stanisha?
Yes.
And then, we were separated for a little while. And now we're back together. And I'm so excited.
And we're never separating again.
Well, that's right. That's right.
Okay.
And I know, I want to thank you for letting me be on here and meeting these amazing ladies that I know are on the team, but I had not got to meet them yet.
Right.
Because I'm kind of like the new kid on the block right now. In the group, I'm the new kid on the block, but I'm bringing up the rear. But you know what? I'm going to catch up with you all.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm hoping to hit 5K this month myself, even in the midst of COVID and stuff that we're fighting. My husband was in a tragic wreck and it changed our life in so many ways. And, so I'm thankful for this opportunity because my husband had to go on disability and I'm sorry, I get emotional when I think about it, but I'm so thankful that I can help bring in money all online. And, one thing you have to know, it is marketing because it's not my friends and family that really get me. It's people that I didn't even know that we become friends over Facebook or Instagram or wherever. And then you build relationships and they start trusting you and then you get to know them. And, that's powerful. And that's amazing because if I didn't have that, I would have never met some of these people.
Yes.
And, so I'm just so thankful that I said yes. And you have to believe in yourself. And, I always think about that saying, if it is to be, it's up to me. And that is the truth. If you make your decision that you're going to do this, you can do anything. You really can. And so I'm so thankful for my yes. I'm so thankful that I'm back with Stanisha and you amazing ladies. And I'm watching you all, and I'm going to what? Copy, paste, and pay.
Period.
Copy, paste, and pay. That's right.
Period.
And, Stanisha, when you started that back, many years ago, I was with you then. I remember in Houston. Remember we were in Houston?
Yes, of course.
And so I went to all those things. And so that's how you do it. You just
exactly.
got to follow the system.
We've been to Mexico together. I came to Indiana to do the presentation
Bravo.
at your church. Yeah, it's like, and you said something that's really powerful. All of you guys are saying stuff that's powerful when you say social media really allows you to meet people all around the world. Right now, we're sitting in Vegas. We're sitting in Rosalind in South Carolina. Yatoka's in North Carolina. Sasha's in North Carolina. Kim's in California. And you're in Indiana. That is the speed of the internet. And we also have established friendships. I think when you join network marketing, what's crazy is we talk more to each other than we do our quote unquote old friends, right? And I think the most powerful thing about that is we all have a common goal and we all are trying to just live that life of freedom. Everyone has different individual goals. And that's what I want to talk about real quick. Rosalind, what's your why? Like, give it to us in less than 2 minutes, but what is your why and why are you doing this?
My why is we got tired of living. We've been living paycheck to paycheck forever. And we thought that we were going to work ourselves. We were committed to working ourselves to the end of time until we got what we thought we were going to be able to have. Mm-hmm. But the harder my husband worked, the harder I worked, it just wouldn't come. We seemed like we were digging a bigger hole than what we were actually digging ourselves out of. I feel like we really didn't give our kids a fair chance of life because we struggled so much and we were living paycheck to paycheck. I can't say I won't say we owe them more than what we could have given them, but if I would have found this sooner, we could have given them more.
Yes.
More good memories.
Yes. Wow.
And, more good memories. One of my kids had to go without braces because we couldn't afford to put them on them. My daughter spent a lot of years and a lot of time asking my mom for money that we couldn't help get their car fixed. So for us, it's the family. It's anybody, the mom, the dad, the single parent, the married couple with kids living paycheck to paycheck. And it's just, you're not happy. And you live in that fake life.
And when you say giving them more and giving them experience, what's so powerful about that is while you're in network marketing, what it takes to grow it, you get experiences. You've taken your kids to New York, you've taken them to Florida, you've taken them to Texas. So even before you make the money, you still change the way that they live. They're used to now a lifestyle of freedom. Go ahead. I know you got something to say. Go ahead.
We've taken our kids to Las Vegas, California, Louisiana, North Carolina, anywhere we want to go. We were going to take them to Puerto Rico as well, but the location was changed, but we're still going.
Powerful.
When my kid, when Sydney's like, hey, Dad, my tuition balance is such and such. It is no question. Swipe the card. When Olivia went to college, y'all, there is no financing and financial aid. You swipe that doggone card, and then it's paid in full.
Powerful.
Thank you, God.
Powerful.
I'm telling you,
yes,
that's the lifestyle we live right now. When we went to Las Vegas, we didn't stay in a hotel room. We were able to stay in a suite, and that baby was nice.
She invited everybody.
We normally have to stay on the 23rd floor or lower. We were on the 61st floor.
There you go.
61st floor.
Yes, powerful. And that just goes to show you this industry is so powerful because even as you're growing the business, your lifestyle changes. You get used to traveling. You get used to jumping on and off of planes. And you know what? I had a dream. Kim said something about a dream. I wrote it down and then I'm throwing it over to you, Toka. I actually wrote it down. Did I put it in this phone or I put it in this phone? Because every morning when I wake up, like I have like these crazy, I don't know. It's like God tells me something and I just think about it for the rest of the day. And 2 days ago, I said, before I place you, I prep you. Mm-hmm. And my point of saying that is as you're saying, if you want to be placed in a 7-figure lifestyle or whatever, you want to lose weight or whatever, you first have to get prepped. And so if you're going to live that millionaire lifestyle, you got to be used to jumping on and off of planes. And what happens is in the beginning part of our careers here, you start jumping in and off of planes. You're prepping for where you're about to go. So it's really, really exciting when I keep saying that intentionality will always bring the resources. Look at your life. The reason why we're on this Zoom call and you ladies are on this Zoom call is because we're getting prepped before we go. I want 1,000 people on this Zoom, but before we have to prep, right? And it's amazing to see that. So just to see, are you crying? Oh, just to see how your family's traveling, resorts, suites, first class flights, all of that is the prep because that is actually your lifestyle. And you're going to eventually end up there because your intentions are to be there. Yatoko, what about you? What made you decide to get started in network marketing and how has the experience been for you?
Well, today is Saturday, right? Mm-hmm. So most people that are married, they're spending time with their husbands and their family, right? I haven't seen my husband since Monday. Right. Mm-hmm. My husband is a full-time over-the-road truck driver. I did talk to him, and me and Alexa have been talking to him. Alexa off, but it's not like spending that quality time with your husband because he's doing what he has to do for his family, right? Mm-hmm. So my why is to first get him off the road, or get him a local job. So you guys know, of course, the more that you over the road, the more that you get paid, right? So we have expenses that we need to pay off and pay down in order for him to do so. So my first why is to bring my husband home. My husband's 52. I'm 51. We ain't got long, y'all. So I've been married, and we've been married for 20 years. But I want to spend time with my husband. I want to spend those weekends with him and just spending that quality time with him. And I know that he wants the same as well, but he's the man of the house, and he says, I got to do what I got to do, baby. And I said, I'm going to get you off that road. It's going to be sooner than what you think. So that is my number one why, is to bring my husband home. I have 2 boys, 9, and I have a son that's 16. Boys need their fathers in their lives.
Yes, yes.
And when they ask, Dad, when are you coming home? It breaks my heart because, and then we all running to the door, y'all. Okay, what time are you coming? It can be like 1 o'clock in the morning. We're going to stay up and we're going to run to that door. We're going to hug him. But to see that my children and my boys are wanting to spend time with their dad, is pushing me also. And he's helping me in the business as much as he can too. But that's my number one why, is to bring my husband off the road and to have the extra income that I need, to take my children wherever they want to go. You know, our goal is to take them to Florida for our next event. And they said, Mom, you haven't taken me to any of your events. I want to fly with you too. And I said, baby, we're going to make that happen for Florida's event. But I keep pushing. Like I said, I'm 51 years old. I work this business on a part-time basis. So if you want to keep your full-time job, you can. There's reasons behind that. I don't want to disclose those right now. But it is what it is, and you get it, right? So I'm going to do what I have to do in order to take me and my family. It's not just me. It's my family. So it's not just me going to the next level. It's my entire family going to the next level. And, baby, if you're watching me while you on the road, baby, you know I got you. We going to go to the top together. So that's my why.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Okay. And Sasha, what about you? Why are you in this industry? How has the experience been from you? Where are we going with this?
I have 3 whys actually. The first is, of course, my kids. When I got started, I remember my daughter saying, Mom, I want you to come eat lunch with me. When you work in 3 jobs, you're picking them up from one place and taking them to the next. You're barely seeing them. And as a single mom, I'm all they have. I'm the love, I'm the support, I'm everything for them. And so for me, I had to tell her no. So people always ask me, well, is what you do hard? And I say, you got to pick your hard. telling my daughter, no, I can't come eat lunch with you for 20 minutes out of
Right,
my
right,
day, that
right,
was
right,
hard. And so I
right.
remember when I got the moving in this and I was able to quit 2 of those jobs, and I went to her school with the biggest cake that Walmart had. And I went and ate lunch with her, and she burst out in tears. So for me, that was like, okay, I gotta keep going in this because I'm all they got. And so being able to be there for them, and then not to mention the fact that I have a brother and sister that is 20 and 21. And so my mom had them when I was 13 and 14. She was 42 when she had her last set. Circumstances happened, and uh-oh, can y'all see me? Uh-oh.
Yeah, we see you. We see you.
Oh, okay. My phone start ringing. Circumstances happen, and my mom's a single mom, and so their whole life coming up. When I was young, before I had kids, I was able to do for them. I was able to help her, even though she didn't want me to. And so they were getting older, and I'm working 3 jobs, and I can't help them. I can't give them what they want. And so I was like, Dad, I got to figure this out before they get out the house. I got to figure this out before they get grown. And so in 2020 and 2021, I was able to buy my sister a car. I was able to buy my brother a car. I was able to say, Mom, here goes some money. My grandma is 82 years old, y'all. My grandma still go to work every single day. My grandma told me the other day, I said, Grandma, how you feel? She said, well, my knee hurting. She just got 2 knee replacements on the other knee. Now the other knee hurting. I said, I'm gonna bring you some of this relief cream we got. But my grandma still go to work every day, y'all. So for me, my granddad died. So my grandma hold the whole family down. I'm raised by 2 strong women that are still going to work every day. So for me, those are my whys. That is why I have a mission to help 1,000 single moms.
Come on, baby. It's okay.
I see the struggle. I know what it's like. And I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family. I'm going to retire my mama. I'm going to retire my grandma. And then I'm going to help 1,000 people do the same thing.
That's it. That's it. Awesome. Impact.
Tasha.
Impact.
You got everybody crying.
Tanisha, you crying?
No. No, I get it. Like, when I first started network marketing, it was about, it gotta be, that's why you hit 25K though. It gotta be that deep. Like it has to be something that is personal to you. And that is why you're successful. That's why you're growing on the level that you're growing. And I'm just super excited for what is happening for you. You're at the perfect age to just straight, you are going to be the first millionaire in your family. That was what I said to myself. And it's funny when you make that decision, your family's not going to be the ones that's going to build their business. It's not personal. Everybody has their own circumstances of what they're going through, but you are going to be the first millionaire in your family, and you are going to get your grandma off her job. And those are the whys that why you are impactful, and you are going to impact 1,000 women, single moms, and they need you. They need you. And the most powerful thing you just said is pick your heart. Pick your heart where your kids can't get the nice shoes on the sports team because you don't have any money. Pick your heart where when they're having the field trips and the family parents can come, you can't come. That's strong. If that ain't enough to make you sign up for $100 business, I don't know what will convince you. So very, very powerful story. I know I'm about to delete this live when we finish because you ain't
you're not
crying like this.
No, you're not.
Kim, what
You're
about
not gonna do that.
what's your why? Why'd you start with network marketing? Why do you do it, and how has it been for you?
Network marketing. Why? How do I crunch this really quickly? I wanted something more for myself. I knew that I was very dedicated and hard committed to my jobs. But I always felt like I never got the recognition. I never got the praise. I never got the pay that I truly deserved. I didn't like the politics. And when it got to a point where I just went to go turn the knob to go into a job, I became literally sick. I knew that something had to change. And it was a lot of other circumstances that made me decide I'm going in full throttle with this. But at this point in my life, I'm 58. And I did the research. The average person today in America living is about for women alone is about 82. So I'm halfway there. I have elderly parents who are like in their late 70s. So I have to kind of help with their situation now these days. I having to deal with me. I'm 58. My husband is right behind me. I'm a cougar, yes. But the thing, and then we have a little one. We have a 6-year-old. We started over again. My oldest is 41, older than Stanisha. And so the reality is, I started out for me. But what I've gained and realized in the experience of it all is that it's much bigger than me. Right. I wanted experiences for my family. I do it because the money for me is not so much monetary things, but I'm allowing experiences for my family, and they remember those experiences, things that we couldn't give them early on, like Roz was saying. So that is really important to me. But now more than ever, I realize it's not about me any longer. It's about the impact that we're having on so many people who are crying out for something more, but they just don't know how to receive what we have because they have this idea of how it's supposed to be packaged and wrapped. Right. Because society has allowed them to think that it's supposed to look this kind of way. Right. And for me, I can tell you this. I started network marketing very, very, very part-time, almost like a hobby. It was an expensive hobby, but I didn't realize my children were watching. And I started back when they were still in high school. And now, of course, the oldest 41. But I can tell you that now at my point, it's about impacting those who are the single mom, because I was a single mom once before I got married at 40. But not only single moms, it was the people out there who have a record, who was told that because of your decisions you made, we're not going to give you another chance. So there's a lot of people out there who can't get jobs because they got a felon. Because my son was one of those kids. Okay, 18, made a mistake, and they tried to hold that in. He couldn't get jobs for almost 10 years because that application asks, "Do you have a felon?" Okay, so he couldn't get a job. But you know what? My son was watching me the whole time, not paying attention to me, paying attention, thinking he was watching. My son finally got that dripping of entrepreneurship, and my son was able to create. I'm not going to tell you the amount of money he made, but if I told you in secret, it would blow your mind. But I want to say that it's for those people that we can impact now. Yes. You don't have to accept the no's. You still have a choice in your own decisions, but you just got to make a decision to make what she said. Yes. Not only those, but now for me, it's the retirement age people. I'm one of those people who are getting close to retirement. And I'll speak for myself, but there's a lot of people out there who are not prepared for retirement, who've been working jobs for 40 plus years. And because of the cost of living, they cannot retire. And so what does Social Security tell us? Oh, if you work to 60, we'll give you a third of your Social Security. But if you still ahead and work to 65, you can get your full, which is still not enough. And if you go to 70, then we'll give you an extra, but it's still not enough to survive. So people are forced to work to their 70 and 75 years old when they can barely do it. So that's my purpose now. Powerful. There are people out there that need all of the above. So it's no longer about me. It's about helping the people who are praying and crying out for help. They just don't know the direction and the path that they can actually take. And it don't have to be expensive, and it don't have to be that difficult. Does it require work? Yes, it is. But like my husband say, sometimes you spend almost 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours in your office. I'm like, yeah, but I'd rather do it for me and my worth than for somebody else's hours. Powerful. I get to commute down the hallway, not the highway no more. And that is a blessing in itself.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, you said a lot of powerful things for real. Like the impact is the felony thing. That's why I keep getting people to understand what capitalism is. That's what network marketing is. You can't blame it on your race. You can't blame it on how tall you are. You can't blame it on your language, because everyone gets a fair chance in network marketing. And that's why we see so many diverse people. There's a diversity of people who become millionaires. Tall, short, male, female, none of that is an excuse when you come into this industry. Super powerful, Kim. And Lisa, you, right? Even right now where you're in the room locked down with COVID, you still are making money. Why did you say yes to network marketing, and how has that been for you?
Well, 7 years ago when I said yes, my yes was entirely different than what it is now. My why has changed. back then it was, make extra money to help travel, do whatever,
Right.
and
The
it did.
fun. Right.
And it did. But then in 2020, our lives changed forever. um, Robbie was the main provider of our home. And then in 2020, he was in the tragic wreck, hit by a guy high on meth. He had no insurance, no driver's license, and it changed our life forever. And so the past 2 years has been a huge struggle for us. So my why has changed tremendously because I need it to supplement our income now because we're on disability. He's on disability now, and I'm sorry folks, but you can't live on disability. You cannot do it. I don't, you just can't do it. And then I want to help others. I don't just only want to win, I want my team to win as well, because it's not just about you, it's about others. And then I need that time and financial freedom now more than ever to be able to take care of Robbie. And we haven't traveled in over 2 years because of this wreck. And I'm looking for the day that we're going to get on a plane and travel again. And it's all things that Robbie loved and I loved, but because of COVID and different things, it has really put a damper on our life. But my why has changed because he is my $5 million man. Can you even imagine that?
Wow.
His medical is like $5 million. And so I need that financial freedom. And I thank God that you're one yes and working online and following a system. You are able, that you can do that. And
Yes.
I'm going to do it again.
Again. I always say it always gets, it always, like my mom always say, it always get greater later, right?
Hey!
So later is always better than what the past had in store. And so what you're going to experience is something like you've never seen before either. And I just want to say that I am super, super, we're about to bring this to a close. I am super, super excited to be partnered with you guys. I'm so excited about my daily choice. I was talking to some leaders earlier today, and my mom, it's so funny. So I have all the products come to my house. And so my mom is like looking at the perfumes and stuff. Y'all know my mom's hilarious. And she goes, why you didn't join that company when Candace joined it? And I said, because I didn't. I did something else. And she was looking at the product. And she go, you should have been in this company a long time ago. And I said, well, it wasn't what it is today. And she goes, well, this is a nice, rich company. This is where you need to be. And so whenever I get my mom's approval, I'm 100% so. But I was painting a vision for people and saying, this is a company where you hear about the Mary Kay and Avon and Herbalife stories where they say, I joined when I was 30, Sasha, or I joined at 50 and was able to make a full-time income where I am making my retirement income from network marketing. I don't know another, and I'm not like trying to be funny, but I don't know any other opportunities that have the Amway kind of foundation, right? I can see this as long-term, and I respect all network marketing opportunities, but I'm just saying for you guys that are a part of this opportunity, I hope you know what you have in your hands, okay? Most network marketing opportunities, it's a market like industry specific and things like that. And it's very hard to really dominate in the industry for a long time because the world goes in trends. Herbalife is one of the few companies that I know, and Juice Plus, and yes, I'm naming companies, but it's fine because I respect them, that have been around since the 80s and sustained themselves, right? And so now we're here to this time where we have a millennial vibe, energy, fly company that makes sense. It's a lifestyle company. I ordered my moisturizer, y'all, for my face. I got coffee. Like I'm just shopping and getting paid. Like, it just makes sense because Kim, I want the story when you turn 80 years old and I have to come and we still at the conferences and you sit next to me. I want to ask you, do you remember when we got started in 2022, right? And Kim will probably get on the mic and be like, I remember when Stanisha was a little girl, right? All right. And still being able to just represent a powerful company. Like, got a text from the CEO today. Like, the stuff that he has coming out, guys, is absolutely phenomenal. Real quick, I want you to show them your favorite product. Whatever that person shows, you can't show the same one. All right, Rosalind, we're going to start with you. What is your favorite product? Before you do, though, I want to see those perfumes. I am obsessed. That's what made my mom say that I should have joined the company a long time ago. All right. If you look at the marketing and the branding on these products, put it up closer to the screen. Okay. So we have a perfume daily sprays like that are like, remember when people would go to Victoria's Secrets and get the two, what was it? Was it 2 for 40, Sasha, or 2 for 20? My sister used to get it for me. Remember Love Spell and the rest of them? Okay. So we have the same thing. And when I first joined the opportunity, I'm like, I'm not promoting that. And Candace kept telling me, she was like, no, actually, her favorite one is Powerful. She goes, no, you actually will really, really like it. And I'm thinking, right, okay, tell me anything for that volume, right, in the back office. And what's shocking is I'm obsessed with them. So, Rosalind, just put it up to the screen, the big boxes, so they can see what the names of them are. All right. So what they did is the brand is called Mantra, right? And so we know mantras, so you're declaring something over here. Do one at a time, Rosalind. We're decreeing and declaring. She dropping them all on the floor, messing up.
It's okay.
Okay. So we've got powerful, loved, worthy, abundant, and confident.
And don't forget resilient.
I like seeing this on my bathroom. Like I feel love today. I'm gonna spray it. I feel confident today. I'm gonna spray it. Like, what's cool about it is it has oil inside of it. So it's not just a dry spray, but it also gives you like a nice smooth feeling when you spray it. I just had to show that. That's my favorite product. Rosalind, what's your favorite product? And tell us why. Then you Toka, Sasha, Kim, and Lisa, and then we're gonna get off of here.
Well, I don't know if y'all know.
Oh my God, I love those.
I've already had 2, the gummies, but right now,
show us the gummies. We can't show us how. Is that the assorted one? Show us the inside how they look. Yes. Oh yeah, I eat them like fruit snacks. I don't know if that's good, but
I just ate 2. But Travis's favorite, I'll start with Travis. Travis's favorite is the CBD oil.
You're too far from the camera, so we can now we can see it. Okay. You got the 1,500 milligram one? That's what I'm looking for. I haven't seen it in the back office.
Listen, we're trying to get well over here. This is Travis's favorite, the sleep and the CBD oil.
Got you.
Mine is a little bit different. I thought mine was going to be like the brain or one of the sprays, but I tried this out yesterday. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Look, I might be light skinned, but my skin get a little rough.
A little ashy.
A little real ashy.
Right, right.
This spa, listen, this Mantra Spa body wash.
Put it closer to the camera, Rosalind. We can't see it.
The body wash, the spray, the body butter, the body lotion. You're smelling good. You're looking good. You're feeling good.
Yes.
You're smelling good. And you go to bed and.
Rosalind, where your passion spray to go with your mantra? You got your passion spray
right here.
Don't end up with no other baby.
That's taken care of. Okay. Get your passion spray. I don't care if you having a good time, everything working fine, and you looking fine. Have a better time.
She's all like Candace now.
That's for grown folks.
Working fine, looking fine, have a better time.
I said it's for grown folks. Normally we'll say it's for the married folks because some of y'all like that being managed. It's for the grown folks. That's all I'm saying.
Powerful. I love it. Yatoka, what about you? What's your favorite?
Oh my gosh, I don't have one favorite, but if you know me, I'm always putting on this dag bling chapstick. So I love the lip gloss.
Yeah.
Lip gloss girl. And it's a huge tube, and what I like about it, it's not sticky at all, and it gives me lasting lips. And I always love lotion. I tell my son, listen, passing my lotion in my purse, passing my lip gloss. So I love the lotion as well. And it has hemp in it. It's cold pressed organic hemp seed oil. And it smells and looks Wonderful.
I know that.
This is what they do on TikTok. This how they make. This how I make money.
Cold press.
What you say, Robin?
The stuff cold press. I don't know if anybody pays attention, but the shampoo is cold pressed. The conditioner is cold pressed. The mask, the hair mask is cold pressed. If you're in a state of your life where you're doing more organic things, you know what cold pressed is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yatoka, so you got the lotion. You like the lotion, the lip gloss.
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
So I have a shoulder injury, and I love the relief.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about it is it's not being gayish type of smell. It doesn't have that kind of smell, but it has CBD in it. It smells absolutely amazing. My husband, by him being a truck driver and that truck is bouncing, he needs it for his lower back, so he has his own too. But I love the relief cream. My parents have arthritis, so they're going to be getting some of this too. On the way, Mom and Dad, I got you. But but I love the CBD cream right there that I can just rub on that shoulder and it relieves a lot. But can I just say one more?
Hey, whatever. Oh yeah.
Ooh, look. Body Melt has it increases your energy. We all need that energy, especially at my age. Focus. I need to focus and performance. And I love how it looks. Here's my bottle here. Mm-hmm. It's yellow. It looks Mountain Dew-ish, but the flavor is amazing. Good. There's no aftertaste. There's no gritty, grimy taste. There's nothing floating in it, nothing like that. It tastes absolutely amazing. So, guys, I got a lot of favorite products, but I'm going to just leave room for other ones because Rosalind took some of my favorite products. Okay. And we can't duplicate. So,
right. And I think the famous Black mom saying is go get my lotion out my purse, especially like go get my lotion out my purse, right? That's what they say. So that's super powerful. Okay, Sasha, what's your favorite product? Tell us why.
Girl, everything. But I am in love with this peak spray. And the reason I'm in love with the peak spray, I had a migraine for like 4 days and I sprayed this peak spray. And in 2 hours, my headache was gone. And I had no idea until I heard Candice Bird Davis talking about it. About the deer antler velvet. I had no idea it reduces your body back to its better state before trauma. So, man, no more migraine cocktails for me.
No, I remember when you told me. It's so funny. We went to the corporate office. Nobody got the the Factor X. Who got the gas product?
Oh, that's my favorite too.
And tell them what you told me when we was at, because like when you start promoting products, it's like sometimes it's placebo effect, so you don't want to sound gimmicky, right? So Sasha sat next to me at the corporate. I'll let you tell them what you told me, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Tell them what happened.
So we drove my sister back to college 11 hours, and my check engine light was on. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that because when that thing come on, you cringe, And so I put that Fuel X in my car, and it went off, y'all, for a good 4 or 5 hours. And then next thing you know, it popped back on. I was like,
who got the bottle so people can see it? Get the bottle for me, Rosalind.
I'm going.
Mine is glove box because I use it faithfully.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch in the kitchen. What's funny is we were at the corporate and she came when Josh was up giving the presentation, Lisa, over the Fuel Factor X. Sasha leans over to me and she was doing her work. She was like, I put that in my car and my check engine light went off, right? And I was like, right, yeah, right. She was like, no, for real, my engine light went off. Engine light went off. So it's a super legit and powerful product. Lisa, while we were waiting show them a bottle of it real quick. So what's cool about being in My Daily Choice, guys, is that we got a plethora of products to choose from. It's not just one industry. And so how many treatments does that do? That does about 10 treatments, right, Candice? How many, Lisa?
I think it's 16.
16 treatments. So it's 16 fill-ups, guys. And what happens is no matter what, most of us use 89 and 93. When you're using that, you can put 87 in your car. So you can imagine the difference in the price when you're paying for gas. And by the 4th treatment, you're getting an extra 20% more mileage on your fill-ups. So they said something that made sense. How would you like to exchange $60 for $120, which is powerful. Thank you, Rosalind. All right, Kim, what's your favorite product? Tell us real quick and why it is.
Well, you see, I've been running around because I keep all my stuff in my bathroom or in my kitchen. All I have is the stuff I sell, which is not my. But for me, I have to say it's the protein shake, the meal replacement. That somebody can hold that up. We're almost done. We never go through a month. We're almost done with that. Yep. I mean, that says a lot. I was just telling my husband this morning, we finally got something we love. But for me, if you guys saw my videos that I share, like for me, I like to do everything compounded. So I take my coffee is another one. I love the coffee. For me, I have to have coffee every morning. My daughter goes, Mommy, it's coffee time. And we seen the coffee time. That and I mix a scoop of that together and knock it out.
And it tastes like hot chocolate, right?
It does. It's
I told Candace that yesterday. Yes.
It's amazing. I do the vanilla, but it's like a vanilla milkshake coffee with all, and you blend it with the froth. It's amazing. But I have that every morning. Those two are truly my favorite. I absolutely love the CBD.
Oh yeah.
I buy the 1500 for my parents. They love it. The Relief they love. And of course I love the Shield and the CZ. I love these myself. The apple. I love it all. I mean, everything I try. My husband loves this stuff. I mean,
you get a pre-workout.
It's amazing. He does this before he works out. It's the first thing. My husband's particular in everything. He said we have a hit right here. Everything we try, we love.
Yes.
Using it. It's not just sitting there. We're actually using it.
Yes.
So I can go on with a lot of pleasure, but I can't wait for my spa. I'm waiting for my matcha spice collection. Should be here.
Yes, it's so bomb.
And my hemp. I got all the shampoos and stuff. I'm waiting for that because I'm more natural hair anyway. So as soon as I come, I'm gonna be promoting that as soon as I get the feel of that. But I love that we have so many products for everyone.
Yes.
It's not a one-stop shop no more, baby. It's just I mean, and we can't forget about this.
Oh yeah.
We came in and it's sold out.
Absolutely.
They don't know how I Choose to Live shows up.
Right. Absolutely.
Just a lot of different products, just based on what your needs are. And I'm excited. I just had to go find my fuel. I keep it in the garage because, it's flammable. But
right.
I plan on going to the gas station either today or tomorrow. And I'm going to set up a table. And I'm going to be having my flyers talking to people who are getting gas about this product. Yeah, I should be out on the streets talking. I'm about to do like Utoka. I'm going to be in the streets hustling this. Okay.
There you go. And Lisa, what about you? Show us your favorite product and why.
Okay, so I'm quarantined, so I bring my favorite sprays that I was going to need while I'm getting to get better. But first of all, I want to say I love the Fat Blaster kit because before I got sick, I lost 12.6 pounds in a little over 2 weeks on that Fat Blaster kit. Yeah. And literally all I was doing was eating healthy. Mm-hmm. I cut out sugar and carbs and was walking 30 minutes or more a day.
Yep.
That's all I was doing. And so anyway, since I'm quarantined in here, I'm using my Peak because it heals you from the inside out. I've got Robbie on this, and I will tell you, when I first started with this mess, I had the body ache so bad. We don't make any medical claims or anything like that. I'm just telling you, the next day, I wasn't aching. Now, that could be a coincidence or could not be a coincidence. So.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But, and then one of my next favorite things is my sleep. Oh, I take this every night. Let me tell you what, I have an autoimmune disease also. And so it was really being hard for me to get rest and sleep. I started taking this. I slept all night. And what amazed me is I woke up refreshed. And so I absolutely highly recommend the sleep. It is great. And it's just once a day, at night, right before you go to bed, 8 sprays and you're going to sleep. And then, of course, I've got to have my Ultra C because what do I need a lot of right now? I need zinc and I need C. So I've got this in here beside my bed. I am doing these 3 times a day right now. And then, of course, the vitamins. You got to have the Shield no matter what every day. And this is great for children. My granddaughters are taking this and they love it. She'll take it, she'll go.
Right.
She likes it. So these are my go-tos right now because of my condition.
I love it.
Them all the time.
Yes,
I'm going to tell you just
absolutely
about
incredible.
a
Go
piggyback
ahead,
what
Kim.
you're saying. Sleep is probably one of my very top ones up there. I love it. My husband does not sleep well. My daughter, who's 6, has ADHD, and she does not sleep. She never has slept more than 3 hours a night. We've done Benadryl that does the opposite and keep her hyper. We've done the melatonin for children. We've done triple dosage, nothing helped. Medication they got her on still doesn't help her sleep. We put the spray in her mouth. We give her 3 sprays a night. This child finally, for the first time ever, sleeps through the whole night. We've never seen that just off of 3 sprays of the sleep. And but for me and Dennis, we sleep like we wake up like, you know, when you go had a surgery kind of sleep, when you wake up and you feel like I've been to heaven and back. Oh, I feel refreshed. It's that kind of feeling. You be like, wow, it's that kind of feeling. I feel like I just went to heaven and woke up back. It's the best sleep. And and even the melatonin does it. I think it's the what's that valerian root that's in there that's extra with that melatonin that helps. But you get the best sleep. It's amazing. So don't sleep on that sleep.
I love it.
Right. Natural ingredients.
Natural, all natural, right? So, and Rosa, you got something else to say? You good? What you got to say, Yatoka? Hold on, you muted. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
One that we did not talk about that you guys have got to get are the essential oils. I used to buy a lot of essential oils from this other company that I'm not going to name. And I'm telling you, what I love about it, I was just telling my team, listen, you could tell that the wife is a CEO too. You know, that if the wife does this, because look at this package. Look at this package.
Yeah.
Beautiful package. You have one for breathe. One is called breathe that we use a lot of because my family has sinuses. Okay, especially during the season change. Relax, focus, energy, restore, and sleep. Let me tell you something. I did not want to work my 9 to 5 yesterday, but I got a little cute little diffuser on the side, and I put this focus in here.
Nice.
And normally I'm in a bad mood on a Friday because I don't want to work. But honey, I was like singing all day long. Y'all. I was focused on my job. I was happy.
Right.
It's something about aroma. You know, Google diffusers and Google what essential oils actually do for your body. I mean, I was like, I felt like it was a Saturday or Sunday, and I'm working my 9 to 5, but it made me feel amazing. So not just sprays. I mean, we have so many products. Pick and choose what you want. Get all of them because that's what I'm gonna do, honey. Period. But I want to talk to you about this one, about the essential oils. Go ahead, Rosalind.
Y'all ever get you guys the roll-on essential oils? Like they have the way. I got those. They're super powerful, like very convenient. You could just roll it on you. Okay. So real quick, Rosalind, what you about to say?
So I've got an 8-year-old granddaughter, and Olivia's off in college. Wesley's still in high school. Oh, there it is, right there.
It's a stick. You can just roll it on you. So if you're not doing like the diffuser, you can still get the benefits of the oil. Yep, they got sleep, calm, and beauty. I think
smell it.
Absolutely incredible. Yes. Go ahead, Rosalind, real quick.
But I got all these kids in school, college, and whatnot. Most people they got to do research. Don't do none because I got it for you. Olivia comes home. She's like, Mom, I need more of this, and more of this. She takes these before her college classes every single morning. I was in Wesley just sprained his ankle really bad, so he's on crutches, and it sprained pretty good. So Travis told him about the Peak. No problem at all. He's on the Peak, the Shield, the vitamins, every single thing. But all of my kids take the Ultra CZ. All of my kids are on the Peak. All of my kids are taking the Brain for every single. Y'all, I'm so proud of Wesley. I'm so proud of him.
Back to school kit.
Listen, back to school kid. Y'all, Wesley is AB8 right now. All he has is A's and B's. Lord Jesus, thank you, God. I knew he had brains. I don't know if it's the brain spray, but I know he's got A's and B's. The Boost, They all take the sleep and they take it. And yes, they're all doing the beauty. Even though he's a boy, he got nails, he got skin, he got hair. Get the kit for your kids and the shield.
Absolutely.
I'm done.
I love it. All right, cool. Well, ladies, thank you for having these conversations with me. Super excited. Sasha made everybody cry. Kim, you inspired us. Roslyn, influential. Yatoka, always incredible. And Lisa, we are so happy to add you to our family. Okay. We're very selective too, by the way. Like if I add somebody, they'll text me like, so who is that? Okay. But you've always been family. Good heart. That's some of the rules for this organization. Good heart, good integrity. Super excited to be working with you guys. So look, anybody, regardless if you're on our team or not, if you're in My Daily Choice, get excited. It's one of the best opportunities out there. We're going to make a whole lot of money. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for sitting on here for an hour and 15 minutes. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.